Welcome to another AWOI game review. I'm Perry, and today we're going to be looking at God of War, the retelling of the famous, iconic PlayStation character Kratos. Now, if you remember Kratos last time he left off, you probably remember him killing Zeus. Spoiler, but he kills all the gods of a Greek mythology because there's no point. He's angry with them. There's no point in having them, even though he's technically a god of war. But it really wasn't cutting out for him. So some time has passed, and he has this kid named Atreus. In some way, somehow, they don't really explain it. He ends up in Midgard, which is from Norse mythology. They don't go back and tell how he gets there, but he's just there, just meddling with the other Norse gods, and it's just a little weird to understand. But the game starts off with a bang. There's no doubt about that. It's just constant controls, understand how to play the game. But the key fact of it is the fact that you're on this journey with your boy Atreus, because he always calls him boy, and you just see Atreus grow as you're teaching him how to do things. Cause like, not you gotta be better, and like I can see how that resembles in life how fathers want their sons to be better than what they went through, and that was key throughout. It's like there was actually some reviews that said that it made them feel like a better father. That's key. That's cool because we don't see that a lot in video games. It's the fact that we are able to see something we enjoy and cherish that in the video game world is actually see be played out. So to see it in a franchise such as God of War was so different. Now, what is cool about the God of War is the lore behind everything. Just the small details of seeing like the world serpent or seeing certain gods or certain interactions. I actually had to look up some of the stuff because I'm not really uh, knowledgeable when it comes to Norse mythology as per se Greek mythology. So when I'm learning about certain gods outside of Thor and Odin, it was really, really cool to go like, oh, that's their background. That makes sense. That's cool. And it made me want to understand why I like the game so much. And there was just no fault when it came to that. Now, in terms of actual combat, it's different from what you're probably used to in the God of War games. It's not your hack and slash, like linear go this way. It's more of a like layback, kind of like a For Honor feel to it. Like the camera is always on Kratos. Atreus is there and he helps assist you, but he never, ever, you really don't use him. You don't really worry about him. He's a NPC that's there to help, but you don't really have to worry about him too much. It's just something different. But the really good part about this game is the freaking Leviathan axe throw. It reminds me of so much of Thor's Mjolnir hammer, and it feels so damn good every time you throw that thing. It's just daunting just to be able to throw it back and forth all day to your enemies, like no limitations. Like, oh, I see you, let's throw it. I'm gonna throw it to stun you so I can punch you and start this combo. It was really, really cool to do and just to proceed on it every time. This game plays like a movie, kind of. So if you're like into the Uncharted series or not, then you're gonna feel it at certain points in times because you're feel like it's a long cutscene, and all of a sudden you're involved. So it's kind of like a quick time events, but not really because you're actually playing the scene out. It it's really cool, but at the same time, if you're not used to those kind of games, then you're not gonna like it too much per se. I absolutely enjoyed it. It was amazing. But in terms of actual layout for God of War, seems like they try to make it linear with also allowing you to do side quests at the side. at the same time, which is actually a complete change for the overall series because you're so used to being able to just go through the story and just hack and slash here and there, and it's just a different tone and voice for what the directors are going for this said game. That's fine, but if you're so used to just being able to hack and slash, it's just gonna take some time getting used to with something like God of War because now they also added like the ability to level up uh your sword, your axe, also skills. You don't have to have skills for yourself. You also have to have skills for Atreus too. So that's a little why they made the whole side quest thing, but the game doesn't really open up until after you beat the game. So you have all this stuff to do, like during like the time, but the whole mass world of Midgard doesn't actually open up because like most of the time you're on a boat sailing to where you need to go to, and kind of spoiler, but not really, is that the world serpent actually lowers the lake, so you pretty much have to progress the story. That's why I keep on saying that it's kind of like a linear open world game because it's like you can do everything up to a certain point, and then it becomes open world after you do more of the story. It's not like The Witcher, Horizon Zero Dawn, or even Breath of the Wild, Zelda Legend of Breath of the Wild, because of the fact that you have to do everything to be able to advance what you want to do. And of course, you have favors, and you get to learn more lore about about the Midgard and the Norse gods. But it's just weird that you had to wait this long to do it. Like you can do everything to a certain point, but it's like, oh, I can't level anything else up until after I beat this boss. Once I beat this boss, I can go back to another area. Some people aren't used to that. Some people are being used to being like lower level, having lower level gear, and able to beat a higher monster just to be able to rank up. God of War never felt like that the whole time. It just felt like you had to level up, and it was dumb because I'm not used to that. I like to be in like a couple levels below being able to beat it, or like with strategy, like skills maxed out, stuff like that. That makes it really, really cool. But this just felt like you needed to. Now, when we review here at AWOI Gaming, we always look at how this game can play an influence on the overall gaming world, on a person, or how it can be used for future games. We base the scale out of 1 out of 5, looking at how it can be influential. Without further doubt, God of War for the PlayStation 4 receives a 5 out of 5 for AWOI Gaming. Based off its actual storytelling, the fact that Kratos is different, he's more humble, and the fact that the combat system is really good and just something to get used to. The only downfall that I could see for anybody is just the fact that it does feel linear and you can really just beat the game in 20 hours. If it wasn't for the story, it could really just be a 4 out of 5 and you can get everything out of it. Like you see the story and then boom, that's it. You don't have to see any more. You could just like, oh, I'm done with this game. You don't like, there's no DLC. It just, they say it's a complete game when it's not. But in terms of story and actual gameplay, actual lore behind it, it's really fascinating, and I think everyone should check it out. It's very influential for the community, and we just need more games like this throughout the year. Uh, if you like this review, please leave your comment, subscription, and like I said, this game is something you need to check out for yourself. Maybe I'm wrong, and that's fine because this game, it has its flaws. It really does. In terms of like length too, you can really be in 20 hours, but I think everyone will enjoy the experience. It's gore, mature rating for anyone. If you're ready for something like this, go play it. And if all things God of War, this is AWOI Gaming. Bye, guys.
I haven't been sick in a long time. I can do this.
You are not ready.